Hello everyone, today we are going to do the June TBR. However, first let me go through my May TBR to see what we read and what we didn't read. Not much at all. So what I have as the May TBR, I have The Devil She Knows, Your Knife, My Heart, Addicted for Now, Kiss of the Basculus, Magnolia Parks, When the Moon Hatched, and then The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. I will tell you right now, I have read none of these. Yeah, I actually soft DNF'd, at least for now, The Devil She Knows. And then I'm currently reading Kiss of the Basculus. And yeah, so did not do very well at all. I will go through the ones that I did read though. In the month of May, I finished Brainwashed by Nyla Kay. I finished My Renegade by Ronan Marlowe. Absolutely loved that book, by the way. I finished That One Moment by C.S. Autumn. And then I also finished Sick Bargain by Nordica Knight. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. And almost a 5-star. So I had almost 2 5-stars this month. And Brainwash was pretty good. It just was like, I wish it was shorter, or I wish that it was longer, but it had more of a faster pacing. You know what I mean? And then That One Moment, there was a bunch of things that I did not like, but we will save that for the second quarter wrap up that I will be doing after this month, actually. So look out for that. Okay, now with all that being said, let's jump into the actual June TBR. I picked a different, location angle. That's what I meant. A different angle for today's TBR video. So let me know if you like it or if you'd rather the other angles. I'm not too certain on if I like it right now either. It's kind of interesting. But here we are. Here we go. Let's go for this one. Okay. I'm aiming for maybe 6 prompts this month because I'm hopefully going to be getting a new job and I really want to dedicate that mostly, so you guys can see first. Hopefully that focus. Then on the TBR, the longest. Okay. So let me pull up my Goodreads because okay, let me see if I remember correctly. I think The Book of Azrael is probably one that's been here the longest, and so has the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. That's the one. What else? I think those two are kind of the most, or maybe Twisted Lies. Okay, let me see if my phone would recognize my face. Okay, let's go on to Goodreads. Okay, I'll screen record this just so you guys know I'm not lying, which I think I have to sneeze. Ugh. Okay, scrolling. Let's do Physical Bookshelf, and let's do Date Added, and then reverse it. The Song of Achilles I have read. Twisted Love I have read. Icebreaker I've read. Light Lark, The Inheritance Games, Fourth Wing, The Atlas 6. Okay, I thought so. Yeah. I did think it was going to be the Atlas 6, which I don't think I've ever gotten this prompt before, so that is really interesting. Okay, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake? Right, okay. Let's read the back of this and then kind of go from there. Each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians moving along, are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the foremost secret society in the world. The chosen will be secured a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost? Each of the 6 newest recruits has their reasons for accepting the society's elusive invitation, even if it means growing closer than they could have imagined to their most dangerous enemies, or risking unforgivable betrayal for their most trusted allies. They will fight tooth and nail for the right to join the ranks of the Alexandrians, even if it means they won't all survive the year. Oh my gosh. Secrets, betrayal, seduction, power, welcome to the Alexandrian Society. Whoa, that actually sounds really cool. I love a academia book. So if this is, I feel like it is at some kind of thing, a secret society, love that. And I'm guessing there's gonna be like trials or something. I don't know. This sounds really, really cool. And I think this is a trilogy if I'm not mistaken. And I think on Pango I did see there's like these 3 books for sale for like $12 or something. So I think I may do that. However, it does come with the Atlas 6. I do want to keep this copy because it's been with me for so long. So, okay, just like that, we have, what is this, like a, is this a fantasy? What would you call this? Let me look it up. Oh, it is a fantasy. Oh, okay. And it also has dark academia. Perfect. So literally right up my alley. So that is really cool. It doesn't say anything. Maybe it's like a magical realism kind of thing, because it doesn't say like any like powers or anything. It says magicians. Maybe that's considered the fantasy part. And my heat just kicked on, so if you hear that, just, you know, ignore that, please. Okay, so that is on the TBR. Okay, next pick. I think we're gonna go down to the bottom. Let's choose this one. Oh, there's 2. Okay. We'll choose this one. Okay, let me try not to rip this. That would be great. 5-star prediction. Oh no. Okay, we have quite a bit on here that I think could be 5-star predictions. Actually, I consider most of these to be 5-star predictions, if I'm honest. I really enjoy, I've heard this from some booktuber that they were like, of course I think that every book on my TBR is going to be a 5-star prediction, otherwise why would I get it? And she was so right for that. And now I'm like, damn, I never thought of it like that. Anyway, as for 5-star predictions, Magnolia Parks is definitely one. The 7-Year Slip is definitely one. Archer's Voice is definitely one. A Little Life is definitely one. Nocticadia is definitely one. Haunting Adeline is definitely one. When the Moon Hatched, Starbound, Heavenly Bodies. Yeah, and a whole bunch back there. But let's go for something nice and sweet. Let's go, well, sweet is a crazy word, but let's go for Archer's Voice, because I've heard so many great, amazing things about this book, and I think I'm going to really like the characters, especially, so this is what I'm going to choose. And let's go ahead and read the back. I wanted to lose myself in a small town of Pelion, Maine, to forget everything I have left behind. The sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. For 6 months, each breath has been a reminder that I survived, and my dad didn't. I'm almost safe again. But the moment I met Archer Hale, my entire world tilts on its axis and never rewrites itself again. Until I trespass his strange, silent, and isolated world, Archer communicates with no one. Yet in his whiskey-colored eyes, something intangible happens between us. There's so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or his way his hands communicate with me, on me. But the town is marred in secrets and betrayals, and Archer is the explosive center of it all. So much passion, yet so much hurt, and it's in Archer's silence that we might just find what we need to heal and to live. Okay. That was a lot to unpack. So I'm guessing there was very much a traumatic past between both of these two, considering what we just read. But yeah, not even 400 pages. Oh, there's an alternative POV in the back. Okay, there we go. Second book out of 6. 1 more to go. Oh, should we do the orange? I think an orange fell on my lap, and I think we should do the orange that fell on my lap because I really want to do some kind of action. Okay, this has a romance book, so let's pick a romance book. Simple as that. It doesn't say dark romance, so maybe we won't pick a dark romance. But I'm kind of thinking, what am I thinking? I don't know. I kind of want Bourbon and Lies or Cactus Heart, because I really want a wide shoes lately. I don't know. I kind of really want a wide shoes. But let me read the back. In the small West Texas town of Whatnot, why not fall for your brother's 2 best friends, even if it means risking a broken heart? 2 years ago, I moved back to the dusty small town I used to call home. Every day that goes by is the same until 2 men I have no business wanting turn my life upside down. Levi Rayburn. It's been a long time since I've seen the ex-hockey player, but now he's back in Texas, hotter and more rugged than ever. Mateo Jimenez. The mustache firefighter is sexy, sweet, and has been there for me more times than I can count. The only problem? As my overprotective brother's best friends, Levi and Mateo are completely off limits. At least they should be. I think with one of them, it's a second chance. And then obviously it's like brothers, best friends, and forbidden in that kind of way. And I love a small town too. So, and this is also less than 400 pages. Lovely, love that. Okay. And I know the other books that are coming out in this series are also going to be some kind of why choose. So if I really like this one, hopefully we'll get those other books soon enough that I will want to go into them. So let's put this on the TBR as well. Next. Okay, let's pick this one. Another pink. I forgot like half of the prompts that I put in here, to be fair. Funny enough, I have them all on a Google document, so I know how many there are and what they are, so then I don't put repeats back into the bowl. One word title. Okay. I see. Okay, we actually have a lot. We have a lot on here that could work. We have Throttle that can work. We have Nocticadia that could work. We have Saints. We have Drive, Sky Shade down here, and that's everything on the TBR cart. Let me fix this because this is annoying me. Let me actually see if I have any on Kindle as well, because lately I've been really reading on Kindle most of the time. Oh, by the way, I am currently reading Kiss of the Basilisk, so that is really interesting. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way more dark than it is so far. Like, so far it's just like a classic romance or fantasy. And it is spicy, but not as spicy as everyone amped it up to be, you know? But anywho, okay, it's not looking great. Basically, from what I can see on here, I've read most of the one-word titles. Oh, okay. So we have Immersed by Gail Ian Tate. And we also have Neurovance by Elandria St. Pierre. And that's it that I have so far on there. But I do want to get 3 other books, but those won't be one-word titles. Okay, let's see what I'm in the mood for. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of want to put a dark romance on. So Drive, Saint, or Nocticadia. I feel like Nocticadia is just way too long right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's almost 700 pages. I feel like I would just not want to read that. I don't know. I think let's put Saint. After a long, hard moment of decision making, I think I'm going to pick Saint by Sarah Simone, because this is an dark romance, okay? And let's read the back so y'all get the full picture. Aiden was the last person in the world anyone expected to become a monk, but the decision saved his life and he's determined to do it right, even if it takes him from his millionaire party boy lifestyle and the love of his life, Elijah Everson. 4+ years haven't made letting Elijah go any easier, but at least Aiden hasn't come to face with those whiskey eyes and soft mouth since he left. That is, until Elijah shows up on his doorstep, assigned to accompany Aiden on a European monastery road trip for an article he's writing. The pull is still there between them, but Aiden knows he can't have Elijah back. He broke his heart when he left, and now Elijah's engaged to someone else. Aiden chose God. He chose his vows, except between whispered confessions and stolen kisses, and moments bent over an ancient altar. Those vows are feeling flimsier by the day. Vows or not, it will take a saint to resist Elijah, and Aiden sure as hell no saint. That does sound pretty good. And it's more of like a, like a character-based book instead of like a plot-based book, unless there is a plot in here that it didn't say on the back, or I guess it's the monastery. It's the article. But, I mean, that's, pretty low stakes. So, I guess the high stakes is them finding each other again. Like, yeah, something along those lines. But, yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, now I'm kind of like, we should definitely put some kind of fantasy on here. Because that is a whole lot of romance. And then one fantasy-ish. Dark Academia. Okay. Let's choose, an orange, okay. Haven't got a green. Have not got a green. I'm not sure if we ever got a green, actually. This year, at least. Friend chooses next book. Okay. So, let me see if she's doing something right now. I believe she's at work, but let's send her a picture of the cards. And then she could kind of choose from this. Yeah. Okay. She does not read plain romance. She just reads fantasy. So it will be interesting to see if she chooses something from the card or that she knows I have. So let's just do this. She's thinking. Okay. Okay, she chose Hunting Adeline. And she said, Haunting Adeline, we're going a little spicy. Here's the convo, here's the screenshot, just so you know I'm not lying to you, okay? Here is Haunting Adeline, okay? I am not scared for this book necessarily. I'm scared for Hunting Adeline, the book two, I'm scared of. Because I've heard it's very intense, very dark, you could say. I really do want to read this though, and I think it's more of a winter book. I don't know, it kind of feels more winter vibes than summer vibes to me. I'm not really sure why necessarily, but yeah, let's read the back. The Manipulator. I can manipulate the emotions of anyone who lets me. I will make you hurt, make you cry, and make you laugh and sigh, but my words don't affect him, especially not when I plead for him to leave. He's always there, watching and waiting. And I can never look away. Not when I want him to come closer. The Shadow. I didn't mean to fall in love, but now that I have, I can't stay away. I'm mesmerized by her smile, by her eyes, and by the way she moves, the way she undresses. I'll keep watching and waiting until I can make her mine. And when she is, I'll never let her go, not even when she begs me to. As you can see, it's pretty dark, but I've heard that people just fall in love with these characters, and I, of course, want to do that as well. So, and thank you Gracie, my friend, for choosing this. Okay, she knows me very well. Okay, I put that back up there so we can all see, we can all visualize what we're working with. And let's go to the next one. This one. Ooh, this one is very nicely packaged. Good job, me. Multiple POVs, which is very, very good. Very good. Actually, what is coming out in June? Is there anything I really want to get for new releases in June? Okay. There is one book. I completely forgot about this. How did I forget? That I really, really want to read. And that would be Tempting Venom by Rena Kent. This would be the third book in the Viper series, including Sweet Venom, which is the second book. I read Beautiful Venom, which is the first book, and absolutely loved it. So I'm kind of scared going into Sweet Venom because, like, either it's going to live up to my expectations or it's not, and I'm scared. And then there's also the second book in the Metal Slinger series, and then we have Harvest Season, which is the second book in the Taurus season series. Yeah, and then we kind of dwindle out until the rest of the year is kind of up in the air for new releases because I only have like 3 others listed for the whole rest of the year. I kind of want to choose Tempting Venom because I know I'm going to read that book and I know I'm going to love it, but it's at the end of June and I don't have it physically, but I will have it physically. And we could also pick the second book in the Vile House, Sick Bargain, that second book. And I think it's like Fragile something. And I really want to read that too. And then I also want to get another book that I just been recommended. And it's a Why Choose Fantasy. And that sounds really good. I don't know. They all sound really good. I could pick one from here, obviously. Maybe I'll pick a fantasy, and then if I read the other books, then I read the other books. I don't really know if any fantasies have dual POV or multiple POV. Let's see if Skyshade does. I don't think it does. Yeah, no, it does not. Okay, I have a feeling that no fantasies will have dual POV. So I think I'm going to pick... now it's just kind of between 2 books, and both of them I don't have physically. Let's pick Tempting Venom, because I know I'm going to read that, So let's just pick that one. And let me read the blurb of that book as well. I don't have it physically, obviously, but let me look it up to see if I can. Best-selling author Rena Ken comes to a nail-biting dark romance between two hockey rivals when two ruthless enemies collide. My name is Preston Armstrong, and I'm the most deprived bastard you'll ever meet. And I take what I want, ruin what I don't, and live exactly how I please. That is, until I crash into the force of nature that is Marcus Osborne, captain of a rival hockey team, and the perpetual thorn in my side. A migraine in human form, and the one person who refuses to play by my rules. He's my brand of heartless and just as deranged. I set out to crush him, his career, and his infuriatingly gorgeous face. You know, me and words do not fare well together. Marcus hits back with equal force, turning our rivalry into a violent, addictive dance neither of us can walk away from. We were supposed to annihilate each other. Instead, we spark a fire that threatens to devour anything in its path. In this battle of two unhinged souls, our bodies become collateral damage. But I will never expect our stone-cold hearts to get involved. Tempting Venom is a male-male college romance. While the book can be read on its own, its better understanding of the world is recommend to read Beautiful Venom and Sweet Venom first. That's actually good to know. So maybe I'll read this book before that one. I probably will, if I'm honest. Okay. And just like that, that is the end of the TBR. This is the TBR. We have Haunting Annalie from Friend Chooses. We have Saint by Sarah Simone for one more title. Then we have Cactus Heart by CeeLo Evans, which is, I think, just a romance. And then we have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and that is, what is that? 5-star prediction, that's what it was. And then we also have The Atlas Sis, which has been on my TBR the longest. And then for the last one, we have Tempting Venom by Rena Kent, which is our multiple POVs prompt. And with that, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your TBRs down below or anything you else like to comment down below. I don't know. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastical rest of your day. Bye!